Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business already. Wednesday, we're hump day. Where's that stupid camel when you need him? Hump day! Anyway, we got a lot still to cover on today's program. I got Chuck Barnett, and he is with a direct marketing company called Barnett Murphy Direct Marketing, and it's a company that's in the the Inc. 5000, aspiring to be in the Fortune 500, and glad to have you on the program, Chuck. Welcome.
Thanks, Kevin. Glad to be here.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your company's story.
Well, we're a direct marketing agency, and we specialize in data-driven communications. So whether that's through variable direct mail or personalized emails or personalized URLs, whatever we can do that personalizes things to make the conversations relevant, that's what we do.
Okay, very cool. How old is your company?
We've been in business for 10 years now.
10 years. You don't look a day over 5. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I know.
So how many employees do you have?
We're at 14 right now. 14.
So you do a lot with few.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Where are you guys ranked in the 5,000?
Well, it's not nearly as high as we'd like. I think we were at 4,587 or thereabouts. Yeah,
so you better be careful. You got to keep moving up because you could be off if you're not careful.
Well, that's the idea, exactly.
Yeah. How did you get, first of all, obviously it's something you aspire to. People actually, put themselves in consideration for that, I'm sure. Tell us about that whole process.
Well, the process was that the request comes out from Inc. and you have to go through and list your revenues and the history of the company and to show the progression of growth over the past few years. And so it really focuses on a 3-year window and how you've done since the 3 years has transpired. And we have been growing steadily and not at a breakneck speed, but I guess, speed high enough to rank us at 4,587. And that's where that's where we came in this year.
Yeah, some of the growth I've seen is scary, like in hundreds of percentages. And that's both exciting to look at, but also a little alarming because you wonder how much they can keep that up. And whether, how are they taking care of clients while growing at that pace?
Well, if you look at the starting point for quite a few of those as well, they're starting on the lower end or they're just hitting some traction. So the first few years were in break-even slow growth mode, and then they had a breakout year or two, and that's what really propelled them. Very few companies are able to sustain that level of growth more than a year or so.
Right. So they're going to naturally. So Inc.'s primary measure is your growth.
Yes.
Yeah. And so at some point you're going to plateau or hopefully stay in a more stable environment like the Fortune 500.
Well, that's the idea. So once you're up there, it's more of a more sustained level, and it's not just a quick hit. So that you're able to maintain the growth steadily as well as the revenues. And I believe that the Fortune 500 also looks at the profit contribution, so that it's not not when you're going through the growth, burning through capital stage. Just you're buying your growth. It's more being able to produce wealth as well. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the type of businesses you work with that you have as clients.
We're pretty broad based because we like to say that we're vertically agnostic. So
vertically agnostic. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Is that a cult? Is that some kind of cult? Strange. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
We do drink the Kool-Aid around here, so hopefully it is. No, we.
So there's any industry you'll pitch to any industry.
Industrially, yes, but our audiences tend to be more geared towards a higher ticket item. We do a lot with automotive. We're doing work with vehicular, like Harley-Davidson is a client now. We do work with several schools and universities. So in order to essentially support the level of personalization and the types of campaigns that we generate, there needs to be a high ticket item on the other side, and there needs to be some data-driven opportunities. So anyone that's doing a broadcast spray and pray kind of mail campaign really isn't our client. If you know something about who you're talking to and you can differentiate your product to those folks individually, that's where we come into play.
So what's the sweet spot in terms of size of businesses for you to work with?
Oh my, we have some local folks that are doing maybe 5 million, 10 million a year. But then we also work with Southeast Toyota Distributors, which handles the Southeast 5 states of the U.S. and we work with 170 of their dealers. So they're multi-billion-dollar company. So we're pretty flexible.
So do you work with all of that company's dealers?
Yes, we've created a portal where the dealers are able to go online and select a mail piece from several different catalog items that we update and refresh every month. And they can customize it for their audience. They can drop in different imagery. They can really make the piece their own. We marry that to the data file available through Southeast Toyota Distributors, and we turn everything around in 2 days. So if a dealer wants to go online and come up with a 30,000-piece campaign, they order it today, and it's in the mail on Wednesday.
Okay. Do you...
Friday.
I'm sorry?
No, I said it would be in the mail on Wednesday, but today's Wednesday, so it would be in the mail on Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much. So, yeah, absolutely. And then, what in a perfect world, how big would the clients be that you have?
I think in a perfect world, I think somewhere between 20 and 50 million.
20 and 50 million. So mid-market, kind of mid-market companies.
Excuse me?
Mid-market, basically.
And pretty much, yeah, because they're large enough where they have some budgets to spend, but they're small enough where they don't have an entire marketing group to handle it for them. And so we can really have a say as far as strategy, and we can really lend our experience without being run over by a whole group of MBAs.
Yeah, there you go.
Although I have an MBA, so.
You guys are just such animals. But, yeah, absolutely. So that makes perfect sense. And how many clients do you currently have?
We're only at around, I'd say 8 to 10 right now. 8
to 10. But they keep you busy, apparently.
Oh, they do. We're very, very fortunate because our clients are our partners, and we're of the size that we have some flexibility as to whom we work with. And so just when an opportunity comes across the transom, we don't necessarily have to jump on it. So we're a little selective, and I think it works out best for everybody.
Do you, like on a hungry scale, with 0 not hungry at all and 10 being I'm starving, where would you say you guys are?
I'd say we live in the 7 to 8 range. Not quite starving, but never. You can't get complacent because as soon as a large client shifts their direction, that can really impact the overall agency.
Yeah, especially when you have 8 clients. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, and
all of your eggs are essentially in one basket, and so
it's not a very big basket.
You guys better keep performing. That's all I can say. So it'd probably be really beneficial if you were able to continue to grow your sales team and keep that adding more clients, obviously, and have the robustness that you don't feel that eight is enough to make me nervous.
Well, it certainly is, and actually what we're doing is we're also increasing the breadth of our services that we're making available. So historically, I've mentioned we've been mail, email, and that channel, but we're doing a lot more now as far as getting into the mobile environment, so that we're using the mail to essentially create activity in the mobile side of things, taking the breadth of data and depth of data that we have on terrestrial addresses and trying to link those up to a Mac ID or to a mobile device, so that we can start doing what we've been doing from a customized communications offline in an online field as well. So we're planning on growing that way in the next few years, and to where that should be, about a third of our revenues in 3 years or so.
Chuck Barnett, he's been our guest. He's with Barnett Murphy Direct Marketing. Chuck Barnett, isn't that a game show host? Gong Show. No, that's Chuck. Forget it. I'll figure it out.
Not quite. But I'm flexible if you want, Kevin. No problem.
That's right. Well, you got a great voice, too. You got a great radio voice. You're a lot of fun to chat with. Your company is interesting. I'm dying to see how you guys progress. Make sure you keep us in the know.
Sure will, Kevin. Thank you very much for the time.
Check him out over there, bmdm.com. That's bmdm.com. When I come back, I'm going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.